Hi Conor, you're currently playing full-time football at Larne here. We play in the Irish Premiership. We'll cover Larne during the interview, but I'd like to start at the beginning and find out about the careers so far. What is your earliest memory of playing football?
Earliest memory of playing football would be, I think I was 7 or 8, and I joined East End in Korea. I was a centre half back then, so that would be my earliest memories of playing football.
Have you always been a goalkeeper, and why did you choose to be a goalkeeper?
I wasn't. I started out as a centre half, so I was centre half for a couple of years, and then I got put in goal because I was tall. I think we had a game away in the Northern Boys Cup away to Portaferry. We were trying to hold out for the win, and it was really windy, so I ended up getting stuck in the nets because I was tall, and I just went with it ever since, really.
You went across the water to Burnley under 18s, then a while later you went to play for Burnley under 23s, but when you were first asked to play for Burnley, how did you feel?
Ecstatic, yeah. Obviously I'd been on quite a few trials with different clubs. I had a contract offer with Newcastle, which I'd held off on, and then when the contract offer came from Burnley, it was just the right fit, so I was really happy. I think I went and did a week's trial there, trained really well, really loved the club, so whenever the offer came, it was brilliant.
Did you have to clean the boots of the players from Burnley's first team?
Not the first team, so we were based at a slightly different building to the first team at that point, so we did do some jobs where we cleaned the staff boots, and we would make cups of tea, we would clean the physio room, clean the change room, so we had jobs, but it wasn't quite cleaning the first team boots, so we weren't in the same building at that point.
Did you ever get homesick in England?
I was quite lucky where I probably didn't really struggle with homesickness. I lived with a guy, Cameron Dummigan, who's in Dundalk now. We lived together, so that sort of made the bedding in process a bit easier, that I had somebody from home. I didn't really ever sort of struggle too much with homesickness, which was a good thing.
You were on loan to Chester and St Johnston during your time at Burnley. Can you tell me about that?
Good experiences. So the first one, Chester, went out, started off in the team. The manager seemed to like me, and then I went on international duty and came back. He'd been sacked. From there on out, the new gaffer came in, had sort of different ideas. I didn't play, but those sort of first, I think maybe played 7 or 8 games at the start of the season. It was a valuable experience. Then up to St Johnston was slightly different, where I knew I was going in as second choice to begin with. Again, started quite well, training well, and then I did my ankle ligaments, got back from that, and then tore my hip. So both loans were a little bit sort of stop-start, but both good experiences in their own right.
Then in 2019 you went to Linfield on loan. How did that move come about?
William Hale would be the head of recruitment at Linfield, and I'd said about obviously going to Newcastle when I was a kid. William, the one who brought me over to Newcastle. So there was that link, and then obviously when Roy Carroll get injured, Willie rang me and sort of sounded me out about the move, and it was something I took.
Next week, Coleraine are playing Motherwell in the Europa League second qualifying round. Did you ever make it that far with any club?
I haven't played in Europe as yet, which would be, an ambition of mine, is to get into Europe with hopefully Larne. And obviously Coleraine have done fantastic. I think all the Irish league clubs have done fantastic and really sort of put the league on the map in Europe.
5 months later you came to join Larne, where you are now. What is it like playing at Larne since all the money has been spent on the ground and players?
Well, I wasn't I was never around it before it got done up, so I've only sort of ever known Larne as this. Obviously, I knew about what it was before, but I'd never sort of been here. So I came in and all the work had sort of already been done. Obviously, they're trying to do things the right way here, and sort of everything's in place for a sort of really successful future for the club, long-term future. So what Kenny's come in and done is fantastic for the club, and obviously fantastic for the club as well.
Being a full-time footballer at Larne, what does a normal weekly training schedule look like?
So we've been on Monday morning, we train in the morning. We have our gym session after training. At the minute, we've been having Tuesday night games, so we would report for pre-match meal, current court hotel, have our pre-match meal, play the game, and then we'd be off Wednesdays. Come in today, Thursday, would be similar to Monday, so we would train in the morning and have our gym session. Then Friday would be a lighter session, just a half day, light and bright before the game on the Saturday. and then play and be off Sunday, and then repeat the whole thing again.
Larne had a really good season last season and have brought in new players since Christmas like Andy Mitchell, Josh Robinson and Ronald Hale. How well do you think Larne will do this year and what's the aim?
I think the aim is to finish as high as possible. We've not sort of put any sort of specific targets on it as yet, but I think with the squad we have, the players we've brought in, the players we already had, I don't think there's any reason why we can't go and have a really good season. I think before lockdown happened, we were on a good run of form. So it'd be great to sort of start the season, sort of pick up from there. But I think a good season would obviously be trying to push and get Europe.
You've represented Northern Ireland a good few times at youth level. How did you feel?
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. I've represented them from under 16s, under 21, so I was really lucky in that respect. But yeah, it was brilliant. Obviously, started out with the Victory Shield. As a 14, 15-year-old, getting to play on Sky Sports through country was phenomenal. And then moving all the way up to 21s, we're sort of on the cusp of the seniors. Yeah, it was brilliant. I've got so many good memories of playing for Northern Ireland at underage level.
The goalkeepers don't always get the credit you deserve, but can you tell me the best save you've ever made?
Tough one. I'd probably have to go for a save I made when I was at Burnley, playing for the under-23s against Sheffield United, where I ended up getting Premier League under-23 save of the season for it. So I think I'd have to go for that. It was a double save.
Have you ever had to take a penalty in a penalty shootout?
I've not actually been involved in that many penalty shootouts, so it's never got to the point where I've had to take a penalty. I'm not sure I'd be overly comfortable doing it, but I'm sure if it ever came up, I would have to step up.
And finally, if you could go back to your younger self starting out on your football career, what advice would you give to yourself?
I would say probably be a bit more confident and have a little bit more belief in your ability. Trusting what's got you there, and yeah, just sort of believe in yourself a little bit more. Be a bit more confident.
Thanks for taking time to talk to me and all the best for next season.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.